Amid the chaos of Ukraine's battlefield, a pink motorcycle has come to symbolize the Russian military's growing reliance on makeshift and vulnerable vehicles, Forbes reports. This highlights a broader shift in Russian military tactics, where civilians' everyday vehicles are now the preferred mode of transport for the frontline troops. Russian soldiers proudly show off their bike, calling it a Warhorse, used for reconnaissance missions. "We ride out to the task on it," one soldier said, pointing to its crude sidecar which carries spare gas and smoke grenades, just in case. He adds, acknowledging the constant threat from Ukrainian drones. This pink motorcycle, an ex-Ukrainian vehicle captured or stolen by Russian forces, is used to transport drone operators on reconnaissance missions near the front line. The operators likely launch short-range drones to gather intelligence or target Ukrainian positions. But what stands out is how far the Russian military has fallen, forced to rely on such makeshift vehicles after the loss of heavy combat equipment. David Axe, Forbes' war correspondent, reveals that Russia has lost over 20,000 armoured vehicles and other heavy military equipment in Ukraine, a staggering number that highlights the challenges the Russian military is now facing. With so many vehicles destroyed or rendered useless, Russian forces have turned to civilian-style vehicles, which are highly vulnerable to Ukrainian artillery and drone strikes. One notable instance of this vulnerability occurred during a failed assault on Ukrainian lines where 31 Russian motorcycles were deployed. Few of them survived, as Ukrainian artillery and drones decimated the makeshift vehicles. This is just one example of how the de-mechanization of the Russian military has significantly slowed their advances on critical battlefields in eastern Ukraine. "There's nothing else for us to ride," a soldier admits, acknowledging the extreme measures Russian forces are resorting to as they continue to fight with inadequate resources. Initially, Russian troops had experimented with adding armor to their motorcycles, but the added weight reduced mobility and effectiveness. The high mass of the vehicle made steering difficult, notes Tanks Encyclopedia. Today, armored motorcycles are rare, and most Russian forces rely on unarmored bikes that offer little protection against Ukrainian firepower. As Axe observes, the advantage that Russia once held regarding manpower and firepower is now slipping away. They are rolling into battle in the same vehicles